right. Joe Biden says he's the most qualified person to be president of the United States. Now, here's a guy that has spent his entire life in government. Graduates law school, barely. And he's on the City Council of Wilmington, Delaware. From there, he's elected to the United States Senate by the skin of his teeth. He serves there forever until Obama decides he'd make a good running mate, and then he's vice president. So that's quite a diverse background, isn't it? But it really doesn't matter. Dumb is dumb. So I want to remind you of the genius of the most qualified man to be president of the United States. And ladies and gentlemen, I could spend 20 days on this. The things he's done, the things he's said. And he may come across as a nice guy on TV, but you should ask Bob Bork's family and Clarence Thomas's family and families of others who actually had to deal with him when the Klieg lights were on. But here's a montage, a LEVIN montage of the Joe Biden gaffes. Cut 14, go.
I think I probably have a much higher IQ than you do, I suspect. I went to law school on a full academic scholarship, the only one in my class to have a full academic scholarship. In the first year in law school, I decided I didn't want to be in law school and ended up in the bottom two-thirds of my class, and then decided I wanted to stay, went back to law school, and in fact ended up in the top half of my class.
Lie.
I won the international moot court competition.
Lie.
I was the outstanding student in the political science department at the end of my year. I graduated with 3 degrees from undergraduate school and 165 credits, only need 123 credits, and I'd be delighted to sit down and compare my IQ to yours if you'd like.
Let's do it, baby.
You cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent. I'm not joking. You don't know my state. My state was a slave state. My state is a border state. My state is the 8th largest black population in the country. My state is anything from a northeast liberal
Now let's stop
state.
there. Actually, your state was split. Part of your state was slave, part of your state was free. Anyway, go ahead.
I mean, you got the first sort of mainstream African American who was articulate and bright and clean and a nice looking guy. I mean, that's a storybook, man. Yeah. Chuck Graham, state senator's here. Chuck, stand up, Chuck. Let him see you. Oh, God love you. What am I talking about? I tell you what, you're making everybody else stand up, though, pal. Thank you very, very much. I tell you what, stand up for Chuck. And it happens to be, as Barack says, a 3-letter word, jobs, J-O-B-S.
By the way, do you know the website?
You know, I'm embarrassed. Do you know the website number? I should have it in front of me, and I don't. I'm actually embarrassed.
The Taoiseach knows a lot about it. His mom lived in Long Island for 10 years or so. God rest her soul. And although your mom's still alive as your dad passed. God bless her soul. I got to get this straight.
Well, I say they're going to start to see unemployment grow this spring.
You mean employment?
It's going to take employment.
North America is going to be, for the first half of the century at least, the epicenter of energy in the world. North America. Mexico, the United States, and China.
The problem with my gaffes is they're usually true.
Now, don't let this disarm you. He may not be the sharpest knife in the drawer, but he made mincemeat of Paul Ryan when Paul Ryan debated him for vice president. Remember that, folks? Mincemeat out of Paul Ryan. Paul Ryan was coached, obviously, to sit back, let Biden be aggressive, and Paul Ryan looked like a punching bag. It was embarrassing. It was frustrating. It was upsetting. One thing Biden does know is politics. That's all he knows, as a matter of fact. So anyway, you need to keep that in mind. The guy's 74 years old. So he'd be 76 running for president. The clown, Bernie Sanders, I think he's 76 now. He hasn't ruled it out. What? I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen anything like this. This party's supposed to be the party of young people. The reason the Democrat Party gets away with this stuff is because the Republican Party is so damnable and so incompetent. You and I don't even know what the issues were that they ran on in this last midterm election, other than they ran scared. But they should be pointing out, without offending the elderly, they should be pointing out that this party has refused to turn over the levers of power to another generation. It's incredible to me. And if we're not careful with the Mitch McConnell types, same thing's going to happen to us. By the way, Mitch McConnell and his wife, Secretary of Transportation, with the front row sitting, among others, in the Capitol Rotunda at the President Bush's flag-draped coffin. McConnell decided who got seats. You know who stood the entire time? The Supreme Court. I'll be right back.